All right, so we are back with another unboxing. So I believe this is the expansion in big box to Architects of the West Kingdom, which it is. So there you go. You got the Works of Wonder expansion and the beautiful artwork for the and it comes with promos for the collector's big box. All right, let's open them up and see what's inside. All right, well, we're going to put the big box off to the side for now, and we're going to take a look here at the Works of Wonder expansion. So let's go ahead and see what we got. All right, so here we have the rule book. All right, with all the components. Yeah, typical Garfield Games rulebook, so I won't go through all that. We have some new player boards, it looks like, if I can find the opening. There we go. Okay, so you have the new player boards for the new characters. I don't know, I just like the way these look. I believe this is solo mode, maybe? I'll have to look into it. I think so, or maybe this has to go with the Tome Saga, I'm not sure. But yeah, so there's all of them there. All right, here is the new addition to the board that you're gonna have. So you're gonna have all another track to keep track of. All right, so there's that. Here are all of the meeples for this one. So I guess I should just say wooden pieces because I think they have the new colors for the new track. So you got that. These are very chunky, very, very thick. All right, and then you got this one here. So yeah, very thick, very chunky. Looks like the Statue of Liberty there. Let's see. This one. And then you have the extra pieces for each player. This little dial and these two pieces. All right, so there's that. Next, we're gonna have more of these cards here, which is what you use for when you're building the cathedral, if I remember right. You're gonna be able to advance up the new track, get some cards. So yeah, just some more variety for these cards here. And then the last one is gonna be all these new beautiful cards. So let me open these up real quick. Okay. All right, so you got a whole bunch of new cards. I know these are the backs, so you're going to see all kinds of new cards. So there's your new townsfolk that you're going to be able to get. Some new buildings that you're going to be constructing, which looks really cool. Very excited about these. Well, there you go, your own little Statue of Liberty-esque type thing. And then you're going to have these here. I don't know if this maybe solo mode kind of stuff, I'm guessing. Or maybe this is solo mode. This looks more solo mode cards. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. So yeah, that is everything that's going to come in this expansion. So I'm going to put this here in the box, and then we're going to just go ahead and open up the collector's box real quick. All right, and the last part is going to be the box here. Well, I shouldn't say the last part, because but you're going to have your organizer, which is going to be nice, because definitely would not be able to fit all of that expansion stuff in the base game box, and I am always willing to condense wherever possible. And then you're going to get these nice little promos that come with them. So it looks like some more cards that go with the first expansion content. It looks like some more buildings that you're going to be able to build, some more townsfolk as well. And then another card for probably solo mode, I'm guessing. Again, I'll have to look into that. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to organize all of the Architect's content into this box, and then I'll show you what it's going to look like once you get everything placed and see how well organized it's going to be. So I can already tell I kind of like that these are beveled at the bottom, you know, so they're like not, you don't have to worry about pieces getting stuck in the corner, which is nice. And all of these seem to be like that for where you're going to be putting some pieces and tokens. So let's get all this organized and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so I've gone ahead and organized the collector's box. That is to be able to fit everything from the base game and all the expansions I have organized in this box. Okay, so you're going from this original box here and you're going to go into this bigger box. Okay, so let me show you how I organized it, and then let me tell you some important things you're going to need to know when you go to organize this game, because I do have some problems with this box. Okay, so you're going to have right here, you are going to have your rule books right on top, like so. All right, and that is the Architects, Artisan, Works of Wonder, and Solo rules will all sit right there. I went ahead and put this here. Now, in the Kickstarter, they did have pictures for reboxing this, although they were not very helpful other than maybe the wells, but I'll show you that they were also deceiving. Then you have the board, main board here. You got your rule book and everything. You have your player boards here. I would recommend putting the player boards on top of the new expansion board, because if you stick these down in here, you're probably going to bend the corners. Also, there's a little lip at the end, so if you're trying to get the ones on the very bottom, you might have to bend them. So I would recommend putting these on top of the extended board that you get there. And then you're going to have your player pieces. I'm actually probably going to take these back out and put them back in bags, just so you could just grab the bag and get your pieces instead of trying to pull them all out. This will probably, you're going to have to be scooping stuff out. So I think what I'm actually going to do is probably go back through here and rebag these so that everybody has their pieces in a bag. It just makes it easier. Okay, then you put your new building monument pieces in there. I put the little references at the bottom since didn't really show anywhere else to put them, and that space fit perfectly for those at the bottom. Hopefully it won't be too much of a hassle. I don't think it will, since there's a good like half an inch to be able to get those out. All right, I put my building cards down here, and then you have your townsfolk cards over here. I put the coins over here. I do have metal coins, but I only bought one set since I own all the games. I'm not going to put metal coins in every single one. Over here, I have placed my solo cards, my artisan cards, all the other cards that you're going to have, as well as these monument reward cards. I believe that's what those are, whatever they are. I put them over here. Over here, I'll get to that in a minute. Over here, you're going to place all of your smaller cards as well. Okay, so all those will go there. All right, so here is where I have something I think you need to know if you're going to be organizing this, because you might run into a little bit of frustration. One, when you're doing these wells, if you want the bricks to fit, it has to go in this middle one. This middle one is slightly wider than all of the others, so you're going to have to fit the bricks in here. Otherwise, you're going to have to do any extra in other wells. So make sure you put the bricks there. Otherwise, it's not going to fit. And then your board's going to be all slanted and it's going to throw everything off. The marbles here, similar case. There's a lot of these marbles that do not fit particularly well in these other wells. Didn't mean to do that, but yeah. Anyway, you're going to have to stack these pretty methodically since they lay flat better than all the other ones in order to get them to all sit in here without kind of spilling over so that the board sits flat on it. Because if it's not going to be flat, you don't know if these pieces are going to fall out and get all over the place kind of thing. So that was a little frustrating because I originally had them where they had the picture for the bricks. And I'm assuming in the picture that they posted, they didn't put all the bricks in there because there's no way the bricks are fitting in one of these smaller wells. So you're going to have to put that in the middle. Okay. So I talked a little bit about that. I would recommend putting your workers and stuff in baggies. This is how I've done my wells and it seems to lay flat. The other thing is there is not a place for this tack stand, right? Not a place in their pictures to be able to place this. It does not have a designated space. And here's the thing. The only way you're going to get this to fit into your box is one, take it apart and put it back together every single game. And I have glued mine, so that is not really an option for me. So if I had put this in the original way, it won't fit. So what I had to do is I literally had to come in here and cut the top and bottom of the tack stand. And that took a little bit off, just enough for it to sit in this card well. Okay, and it's not perfect, but the box does sit flat. So luckily there is some kind of solution, but I did have a little bit of frustration with the fact that this is a collector's box made to fit all the components and it doesn't fit all the components. That's frustrating. So yeah. All these cards can still fit in there without having any issues. So ultimately, it does work, but I don't know. If you're going to make a collector's box, you need to make a video showing that it actually holds everything the way it's supposed to. So yeah, a little bit of frustration trying to put this stuff away. And it took some digging to find these solutions with the tack stand and with the bricks. So with that being said, this is now the second collector's box that I've gotten from Garfield Games. I got the Paladins one, now the Architects one, and this is the second one that I have issues with. So I'm a little concerned. Maybe that's why Garfield goes with the typical smaller boxes, because apparently the bigger ones are just too difficult to handle right now. So not to be too critical, because if you know me, I love Shem Phillips and SJ McDonald's games. Their big boxes have started to kind of wear on me. I did order the Viscounts one, so I'm hoping there aren't any issues like that with the Viscounts one. If there are, I don't know if I'm going to be getting these big boxes anymore, or I'll just throw out the insert. So yeah, that is going to be another unboxing and reorganization for Architects of the West Kingdom with the new expansion, Works of Wonder. So definitely make sure to know where you're going to be putting this stuff, because it might be a little frustrating. And obviously playing through the game, I don't know, you're not going to be able to reorganize those marbles every single time. But anyway, that is the unboxing. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.